I mean, it's kind of interesting placement for a baseball field, right? So you've got a batter that bats out this way, hitting the ball onto a highway. Now, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I don't feel like that's a very logical place to put a baseball field, really. Because if you hit a home run over the fence, poor old motorist here, if we got one coming, which we don't, could cop a ball through the windscreen. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Elm Creek. So we're carrying on today with our sorghum harvest. So we've got our front two fields all complete, so you can see that there. We've got our combine underway in field number 2, so that's the big field behind the farm. So the plan is today get that field wrapped up and harvested, get the next crop of barley. So we're going to go barley for this rotation. We're going to have to get a growth state underway, and then we're going to have to deal with the weeds. We also need to check out our leasing situation. So we've got a few leased items, so I just want to make sure that they're not causing us too much expense, and also want to make sure that we are sort of making our income targets from the solar panels as well. So we'll get this guy underway. So I'm trying to keep him moving. This guy is keeping a pretty reasonable pace at this stage. This guy, we can just let him hang out for a bit. Current field, what's our field info? So needs rolling. So we're gonna skip the needs rolling portion. Can't be turned off. However, I just want to avoid it because it's not really giving us a worthwhile yield bonus in my opinion. I've still got fieldstone turned on, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep that on or not. But we're getting stones from our direct drilling, which you can see there. Not too worried about it. It does damage the machines though, so we'll see if that is really impacting our machines. This guy's quite slow, so he's desperately in need of repairs. So we should be harvesting it closer to 10 kph here. What's the header harvest at? Let's have a look. Yeah, so we're 2 kph off, so it'll basically be down to the maintenance. So we'll address that hopefully soon. Just want to get this harvest up, so any used equipment that we can take a look at. Still got the Fent Rotana, but we've already got a baler, so we're not going to worry about that for now. This guy's moving along nicely, so we'll let those guys do their thing. I want to check out our leasing costs in the prices menu. So currently sitting around about 3 grand, 3 grand per day. Yeah, okay. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Alright, what we'll do, we'll let these guys do their thing for a bit, and then we'll come back in once they've moved on through these tasks. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Alright, let's get this combine unloaded. So this is, I can't remember what load we're up to now. It'd be good if I could drive this up correctly. That'd be handy. Oh, I just driven over the crop too. Anyway. Okay. Get this guy unloaded. How's our field looking? So we're about halfway done. Seeding is progressing somewhat slowly. So this guy's obviously run out of room. Alright, let's get this underway. Needs rolling. Still got stone. How's our combine? Yeah, second combine would be very, very handy here. Alright, we might do a bit of unloading on the go here, just for something different. No, actually we're not going to worry about that because it's just not the best use of our time currently. Okay, cool. Going nicely here. What else do we have on? I'm sure we had some other jobs. Yeah, look at all that we're missing. So if we haven't done the headland this time, So we're missing all of that crop. It's pretty annoying. I mean, what other fields? So we've got these fields over here. These might be a lot better candidates for joining. Yeah, so they're nice and square. Got a decent amount of turnaround space, sort of. Don't know what's going on with this guy. It's obviously missed a bit. Yeah, I like field 39. That's a nice big one. Field 36. This one's 38's got a bit of a weird L-shaped thing going on. But it does back onto the dairy. And this water tower thing, which is interesting. I don't think this land's purchasable though. Is that a sell point? Maybe not. So dairy's here. Cereal factory is there. Redford Park, Elm Creek Wolves. So we've got a baseball diamond. I mean, it's kind of interesting placement for a baseball field, right? So you've got a batter that bats out this way, hitting the ball onto a highway. Now, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I don't feel like that's a very logical place to put a baseball field, really. Because if you hit a home run over the fence, poor old motorist here, if we got one coming, which we don't, could cop a ball through the windscreen. Just saying. Anyway. Oh, is this guy stuck? Oh, this is so annoying. Alright, I'm going to send this guy left to right. Yeah, actually, I'm going to do a headland strip here. Just to help prevent this from being an issue. So let's lower the cedar. Yeah, this is what really frustrates me about this map, is the workers do tend to get stuck quite a bit. Now, I don't know whether it's because of the logic that they're programmed with, or if it's just the map design doesn't really facilitate it. I think there should be a general expectation that the workers, if you leave them to do a task, they'll confidently be able to execute on the field. So there's nothing more annoying than walking away, setting a task up, and then only to find that you've wasted 20 minutes, 15 minutes of time because your worker is stuck trying to go up a hill. This guy's full. Is he full? No, he's not. I mean, do they specify headlands in the help menu? Let's have a look. So when crops are ready to harvest, use combine harvester with a suitable header attached. Unfold the harvester and, if necessary, the header as well. Turn on the harvester and collect your crop. Unload the harvester into a trailer for transport. It can be then sold at the selling point, stored in your silo for later use, or processed at a suitable production point. So it doesn't really give you tips. What about AI worker? Go-to jobs are very basic. Field work, deliver jobs. Yeah, it talks about looping, harvesting, seasonal farming. Yeah, interesting. Yep, we're full. Let's go and unload. Now I am keen to see what we can end up with in the used vehicle department. I mean, I would like to get, if I'm going to pick a second combine, so I'm pretty sure the one we've got at the moment is the axial flow 9250, which is that one there. What was the capacity on that? 14,000. The Fent Ideal. Basically, any of these big ones are really good. Class Lexion. I mean, I could go the Colossus, get the unreal capacity. Probably go the Class Lexion. As big as I can afford, that's going to be the plan. We also need to get a couple of tractors as well. Just need the cash. The cash is the limiting factor at the moment. Got that 200 grand sitting there. That's probably going to go to solar panels, to be honest. Could start doubling down on our exit as well. How much is this field? It looks pretty flat. This would be a good candidate to build on. I'm going to go have a closer look in a second. Field 41. 150,000. Yeah, okay. So I'm thinking what I might do as well. Really bump up the egg production. Get a couple more chicken coops. Really start expanding hard. So a good way to test for flatness is to come into the build mode grab a large building. Obviously we've got to buy the land, so let's do that first. Alright. So we can sell this. So we bought it. We can sell it back straight away, so that's not critical. Not enough money. What can we buy? So you can see it's 44,000 to buy, but it's giving us some terraforming. So what I mean by terraforming is it's going to landscape a portion of that ground. And you can see there it's clipping into the ground. So if I come out this way, it's actually pretty flat over here in this area. Still got a bit of a slope, so it's not perfectly flat, which is a bit annoying. I wonder if there's some flatter land somewhere else. No, probably not. This farm down here has probably got some flat plots. The problem is, do we want to stay local to the shop? That's the other thing. Or do we want to go north or south? I think if we go... Yeah, I think if we go in this area, I think this is going to be the ticket. Alright, let's go sell this land back so we've got our cash for usage. I think Field 6 is going to be our next purchase. So if I sell that, basically sell it what we paid for. Drive back on over to our field. So that's going to allow for a bit of expansion. Alright, looks like we are pretty well done with this harvest. Okay, let's get our second seeder, wherever I left him, underway. Okay, make sure we're on barley, and we are. So it's always good to double check, because if you forget, you'll basically end up with two crop types in the same field. And it's not ideal. So, I mean, the other thing we could consider doing is just selling the crop straight up. Try and recoup some cash that way. But I think a better strategy is potentially... Well, we're a little bit stuck with the cash at the moment, so we're in this sort of not rock and a hard place, but we're a little bit limited in that regard. Now workers are going to try and come back and fix this field up, but I'm just going to make the executive decision here and sacrifice that little bit of crop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and drive this back over to the field while I am all over the place driving. Yeah, I'm going to grab this bit of crop while we can, because we might as well. This guy's in desperate need of repairs, so we need to sort that out. Right. Oh, we've got a little bit over here too, so we'll grab that. Might as well. Oh, the other thing we've got to do is do that weeding, so we've got a bit of weeding that we need to do. I've already got this crop, have I? Ah, it just hasn't been seeded, that's right. Hasn't been seeded properly. Okay, so I have to do that before we sleep, just make sure we get the right growth state on it. Alright, let's hang out here for a minute. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab... switch tractors. I do like that John Deere, but geez, it's slow to accelerate. Okay, we're growing. Still got weeds, needs rolling, but we're not going to roll. We're just going to have to live with that. UI suggestion for forever. There's no way of turning it off, so let's get back to the farm. Driving on the seed bed, but we're not going to destroy the crop. Alright, so we need to unload. So we probably don't have enough room to unload directly, so we're just going to do 2 trips hopefully. Yep, so that guy's unloading. Nice work. Okay, so these 2 guys will get this done relatively quickly, which is good. What else can we do? Yeah, we're basically just playing the waiting game until those guys are done. Let's check on our sorghum quantity. 79,000, so we did pretty well out of that, I must say. Alright, one thing we are going to do is put another solar panel in. So let's go to productions, generators. Now I do find these to be a little bit more reliable in terms of income. Okay, what we want to do is get it 90 degrees. It's basically parallel with its neighbour. And we'll just sort of space it out. Nice and even. Kind of keep it looking uniform as possible. So that's one more. So that brings our total up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we are coming into a period where we will, so after winter, get a little bit more yield out of those panels, which will be helpful for us. I mean, if these fields are quite big too, but they're a little bit hard to navigate with the workers. I think this field, or these sets of fields, what does this have here? Pump. Oh, there's a collectible there too. So you get $1,000 for the collectibles. So something to keep in mind. I mean, this would plow up into a huge set of fields, or potentially one huge field if you really wanted to. So that's also an option. But I think we earmarked field 41, I believe. So this one here. This is what we're going to build on. So we might have to do a bit of land leveling as well, which is going to cost, but probably want to look at putting more chickens in. Let's have a look at my chickens. Got a couple of mods that we could look at. So they're a little bit cheaper. So that'll do 800 chickens. That'll produce a lot of eggs though. It will also consume a lot of, so what is this? Chicken coop large 500. How much is that worth? 100 grand. So the original in-game only do 360, but it's 80 grand. So for the price of this mod, which we've got here, and they've got one for 5,000. So that is a big barn. I wonder how much the chickens actually sell for. I mean, I don't know if chickens are really that lucrative. So chicken produce eggs which can be sold directly or processed further. Chicken, like wheat, barley, sorghum, this animal has reached its breeding age. Animals that are healthy and older than 6 months can reproduce. The numbers in the brackets refer to the effectiveness for the respective food. $25 per chicken. I mean, we can't buy any chickens, can we? So how much are they worth? So $50 matured. Alright, I'll have a think about that. But that's basically that's going to be the plan for the grain. So we're just going to keep feeding those chickens. Alright, how are these guys going? So of course one of them's missed an entire row of crop right here, which is handy. Alright, let's get underway. So in my No Man's Land playthrough, so if you haven't seen that, is that actually even... Yeah, it's not even picking that up. Oh no, we got it. Yeah, in my No Man's Land playthrough, I've got really big, square, rectangular fields. And we're able to utilise the largest equipment in the game. Actually, I'm going to just do this little headland strip. With the workers, so like the massive seeders, air carts, the big boom sprayers, all that sort of stuff, because we don't run into the issue of access and getting stuck on things. So let's get this guy moved out of the way. So I'll quickly just knock this little bit out, and then we're going to sleep, and then we're going to get stuck into our weeding. and we are going to go from there. Alright, done. And the other thing too is we're getting a little bit cramped in the main yard here, so we want to alleviate that as well, sort of improve our efficiency. Okay, let's do a quick stock take. So we've got our barley planted in fields 46 and 45. We've got 49, 48, 47, 50 and 51 also planted with barley, so this is going to service our chickens. We've got about overall grain capacity, so let's say 80,000 sorghum, 53,000, so what's that, 123, 30, 40, so probably about 150,000 litres of crop to sell and feed the chickens. Alright, let's sleep. Alright, 20 grand property income. It's raining. Okay, how are we going with the weeds? Medium weeds. So I needed to weed yesterday. That sucks. Let's go check out big field. Medium weed needs a hoe. I wish the weeds were I guess maybe they determine it's different on the crop, maybe. What a crap used vehicle too. You know what, I'm going to turn weeds off. I said I was going to persevere, but it's just becoming annoying. I don't want to limit my income too much, so where's weeds? And you know what, I'm going to turn fieldstone off too. So fieldstone, weeds. So we'll keep crop destruction on, ploughing required occasionally, and lime. And we'll see how we go. So you can see there, we've still got them in the field, however they're not representing a problem for us. Let's turn these vehicles off. Good bit of rain too. Alright, let's go and sleep again. Hopefully we end up with a decent vehicle tomorrow. Alright, we're getting our income up for our property income, so that's through the solar panels, so that's good. I'm liking that. Alright, used vehicles. What do we got? Great Plains Planter. How much is this? 60,000. What's the working width? 18.2. It's not a direct drill, I don't think. Trailer or 3-point. Does it really matter? 280 horsepower. So what'll this do? This will do corn, sunflower. It's just got a pretty big working width. Tempting. Is a mod though. I think I'll pass on that. Right, how are we going for chickens? So still producing. How's the food? I think they had 7,000 litres. Let's check our growth map quickly. Yep, going along nicely. There's plenty of fields we could actually flip, but I'm going to focus on my own stuff just for now. Partly because I want to get some more income from sleeping, and I want to stockpile this grain, because of what I want to do next is get probably a few hundred, just get a few chicken coops on the go. Yeah, now we're talking 43,000 in property income. Cool, moving along nicely. What do we got today? Nothing that's really interesting me. Let's check our feed. They should be right for one more day. So having the solar panels there for when we sleep to get our crops to grow. So while we're sleeping, we're not losing, we're gaining money each day by sleeping, which helps to just sort of give us that leverage to grow and expand that little bit quicker. So you can see there we hit 300,000. How much do we get from our solar panels? Is it going to tell us? 46,000. Nice. Okay, so this should be ready tomorrow. Oh, please tell me we get another combine. Not to be. Alright, chickens are running out of room. That's fine. I'm not worried about that for the moment. Okay, so the barley should be ready today, I believe. I think it's like a 4-day growth cycle. Plus we're in peak summer, so we're going to have plenty of cash flow from our solar panels. So how much have they made us? Probably one more day. Alright, I get it. No more space at the for the chickens. Can we see how much we made? It's not going to tell us, is it? Yeah, not to worry. Alright, anything? Nope. Okay, let's just sleep again. Oh, here it comes. 40,000. So I'm anticipating probably another 40,000 for this cycle. Alright, hopefully we are ready to harvest. And we are. Excellent. Although it's raining. But we'll sort that out in a second. Alright guys, we'll leave that video there. Thanks for watching. Next video we'll come back in. We'll start this barley harvest. And just quickly check if we've got anything. Nah, nothing. Oh, that farm tech trailer is actually not too bad. So I'll probably pick that up next episode. So this is a good multi-purpose trailer. So it'll carry most crops. It also functions as a manure spreader, I think. So we can configure it to a manure spreader. Yeah, I'm going to grab that. We'll pick that up next episode. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you like content and videos like this, please leave a like or a comment. Really helps out the channel, helps me grow, and able to continue to do these videos. If you're new to the series, check out my beginner tutorials and guides. Really great step-by-step, broken down to the bare basics of the game. So if you want to learn how to play, go ahead and watch those videos. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.